All right, what to look for when choosing a partner. I don't know why I shot an imaginary pistol in the air. That's an announcement. That's like, listen up. That's what this means. In a past life, I was a cowboy. I believe it. All right, when choosing a partner, obviously attraction, right? But listen, under attraction, it's important to know the layers of attraction. So if it's an attraction coming from a dynamic that is maybe addiction, Al-Anon, predator, prey, like that kind of stuff, which I'm sure you've experienced early on in your life, like I have. Yes, that feels like glue. That feels like the one, or the person. It's that whole like meet eyes across the room, and like all that movie magic shit. I get that it's real, but that may not be so healthy, right? That may meet that kind of attraction where it just a gravitational pull. That could be coming from dysfunction. That could be coming from that predator-prey dynamic. So be aware of what kind of attraction, right? I trust more the attraction where you have to peel layers, right? The attraction where, of course, you have to find someone attractive initially, and then discovering more about them that you find beautiful. I trust that more than just seeing someone you're like blown away, okay? Because I don't trust that. It's I've been there and I don't trust it. So that's, think about when you're attracted to someone, don't just fall. Explore that attraction. Where is it coming from? Why are you attracted? Like, question your attraction, right? I'm not saying to denounce or reject it, but explore it. Because if you just go for people that you're attracted to, it may not be healthy. It's like other desires that we have. Just because someone is quote unquote hot or attractive doesn't mean that he or she can build a relationship, right? So many of us get into things because someone makes us feel, someone gives us fucking boners and shit, right? And then we get into a relationship and we realize, oh, this is not going to work, right? The person doesn't have the ability to create a safe space, or doesn't have self-awareness, or doesn't have the ability to take ownership, all of that. And that, now I'm getting to my second piece. So attraction, but which is obvious, but explore that attraction. What kind of attraction is it? Where's it coming from? Is it healthy? So that's one. The second thing is you have to look for someone who has the ability to create a safe space. So that means the ability to communicate, the ability to practice empathy, the ability to be vulnerable, the ability to take ownership. Ownership is huge. If you pick someone to love and that person doesn't have the ability to actually own anything, then you're basically dating a brick wall. You're building on sand, because if you don't have the ability to own, you're not going to be responsible or own your piece. And relationships are hard, right? And if people aren't owning, they're pulling on tug of war ropes, and there's no building. There's just going to be a lot of people holding up shields, a lot of blaming, a lot of defensiveness. And that space doesn't promote growth, it stunts it. So ask yourself, is that important to you? Hopefully it is. And if it is, make sure that the person you choose to love has the ability to create a safe space, the tools to communicate, to try to understand before trying to be understood, the ability to be self-aware, metacognitive, right? Are on a path of expanding and growing and being better versions of themselves. And then basically everything I wasn't in my 20s, right? Which was a walking reaction, defensiveness, controlling, all of that shit. So the opposite of that. If they have that ability, that's amazing. Now you have someone that you could build something with, right? So that's number 2. And then number 3, I think, and this is kind of a broad statement, but a common outlook on life, a common goals and values, right? People on the same page of believing things greater than themselves. And this is important because, and it doesn't matter if it's like politics or fucking food, or it doesn't matter what it is, right? This common belief on believing things greater than you, what that does is it makes, and it could be a religion, it could be a spiritual belief, it could be two people with the same mission in life, two people with the same type of standards and core values, whatever. But things that are greater than yourselves, because what happens is that when the relationship gets tough, that is what's going to carry you, right? Things that are bigger than yourself. And this is why actually a lot of people survive. A lot of people who are spiritual survive the turbulence in relationships, in their relationship, because of the greater. A lot of people who have common goals on what they want to do in the world, right? Whatever that is greater than themselves, and it carries them through the turbulence, through the ups and downs of the relationship. If not, then it's very easy to fall into this, like, a lot of I statements, and a lot of defensiveness. When you guys believe something that's common, that's bigger than you, then you're maneuvering more in a through me state in a relationship instead of a by me state. And a by me state is all ego, and that's not sustainable. A through me state, where you feel like you are a conduit, you're a piece of something greater, that is power. That's the most power-filled state. And so in your relationship, if you guys believe in something greater, whatever that is, that's a commodity that's huge, that's going to carry you guys. So attraction, where it's coming from, what kind of attraction, is it healthy? Do they have the ability to create a safe space? And that includes active listening, all the stuff, and then all the things. And then 3, do you guys believe in something common, whether it's a mission or a spiritual belief or whatever it is, that is greater than yourselves, right? And if you do, if you have all 3, now you have 3 pistons pumping, and the engine's going to move forward, and you could build something sustainable. Most people put all their chips on attraction, forget about the other 2 pistons, and they have an engine with only 1 piston pumping, and they wonder why the car's not going anywhere.